a few moments, our show will begin.
Hey guys, welcome to Double Kill Radio, episode 10. This is David. I'm here with Poe.
What's up, guys?
We're going to be talking about a lot about Street Fighter news that happened lately.
Yes, we're going to be talking about in New York Comic Con, they dropped the bomb earlier than expected that they were going to, in fact, drop another edition of Street Fighter.
Yes.
We're going to run through first the last update that they had. And David has a Puzzle Fighter review that he has because he had his hands on Puzzle Fighter How.
It was early release in certain countries only, so I traveled to another country and got it. No, but it's still early release. It means only selected country has it. I still managed to get my hands on, and I got the review for it. Cool.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be towards the latter half of the show. We don't know how long the review is going to last.
It's not a Dissidia review. So.
The Dissidia demo was 38 minutes. I still bring that up. He talked about it for 38 minutes.
Could have talked more, though.
And he could have talked even more. Let's see how long this one goes, guys. So, because of that, we're not too sure how long this episode is going to run. We don't want it to run that long. So, we have a lot of Marvel stuff to talk about.
Yes.
And we will talk about the Marvel stuff. It's just, it keeps compiling, too.
It's too good.
So much stuff keeps compiling. So, that'll be a 3-part
marathon.
Our first trilogy episode when we do that next time.
That's right.
So let me just start off real quick with the past Street Fighter update that happened a while ago. I don't remember the date. I don't remember.
A couple of weeks ago,
yeah. I have old notes on it. So a lot of new additional costumes dropped for Street Fighter. Mm-hmm. The main point of it was the Halloween costumes.
Yes.
But with the Halloween costumes, we got almost like a pack form of costumes, but you buy them individually. So we got
kind of weird.
Yeah, we did. They don't. No packs. No packs. You want packs? You get it like a year later, and it's gonna cost more than a game. School uniform Cammy. Mm-hmm. You got school uniform Ed.
Good.
And he looks like he's from that Rockstar game Bully.
And like Rival School, Roy.
And like Roy from Rival Schools,
with the giant ass hands.
That's all he needs. He needs. Well, what's funny is he kind of is compared to Terry Bogard when he first came out. Ed's moves.
Yes, 100%.
He's got bird knuckle and all that stuff.
You don't know what he's saying to.
I don't know, man.
I'm the burning.
I kill her. What's Roy saying? I don't know. He's punching at me with his big brick hands.
Yeah, he really had blocky ass hands.
Oh man, he did what's that shit called?
Yeah, Power Geyser.
No, like his training consisted of only like the arm wrestling stuff.
Shout outs to Rob.
School uniform Manat. And the cool thing about school uniform Manat is that her crystal ball is now a book.
Which is cool, right? I hope it doesn't affect the hitbox, imagine.
No, I think they just leave it the same. But the thing is, honestly, like, I hope the book doesn't look bigger than it's supposed to.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
To the other opponent. It's like, why did that hit me? Or,
yeah.
Oh, damn. Like, it's the spacing is a little... Can somebody ban this, please?
She's really cool.
Manat with the book and in the beach stage. I just can't play footsies.
Esports not friendly.
So with that, Cammy had 2 other skins. Nostalgia Cammy and Dolls Cammy. So Cammy had a total of 3 skins.
In this same pack.
In this same patch, yeah. That's so crazy. Good stuff for female character users. Because now, like, if I know Chun gets a lot of stuff for having the most skins, but if you just put all of the female character skins and all the male character skins available, I really think there's a big gap.
Extreme. I don't even think that's a comparison with that.
Especially because now you got Cammy with 3. Yeah. Chun-Li was always the front runner.
Yeah.
Ibuki's the one that's been catching up. It hasn't even been like, whoa, Ryu, man, calm down with the skins.
Keep shaving, not shaving.
Ryu's the most used character online. I don't know why he's not the Chun of the game. You know what I mean?
That's true.
He should have a skin, an evil Ryu skin.
They have it in Marvel.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why they didn't do it.
That's right.
He needs the Marvel evil Ryu skin in the game, in the Street Fighter game, so we can see his big open gash shoulders glowing and stuff. The bigger part of the pack was the Halloween pack part. The part of the it actually came out with 5 different.
Wait, what Chun-Li got this patch? You said she got 3 outfits.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did get 3 outfits. She got Vacation Chun-Li.
Okay. What type of vacation?
She's in the beach again.
Again.
She had a bikini last year, and now she's getting another different bikini this year. So I don't know. Maybe there's like some character right stuff. Like the guy who created Chun-Li was like, "Hey, she's gonna need a bikini every year if you want to use her."
Maybe. In order for us to be able to.
Hold on, we're getting knocked.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
It's a ghost.
Yeah, it's a ghost. Okay.
Esports friendly. I hope it is. Is it esports friendly? This Chun-Li.
I don't think any of the bathing suits ones are, other than oddly enough Armika's, because she has like. No, but Laura, you could take it off.
Oh, okay. So it's 10 days.
Maybe Armika's you could take it off. I don't even know. Pajamas Chun-Li. That one totally not esports friendly, guys. Pajamas Chun-Li is not pajamas. If you're thinking pajamas. And if I say pajamas and you're thinking long pants, big baggy, comfy stuff, she's like bikini. Like you could have called it bikini Chun-Li, like
nightgown bikini,
kitchen bikini Chun-Li, because she has like a tiny little apron. I don't know what the apron's for.
She has an apron. That's kind of.
It's to hold the condoms. I don't know. She does not look like she's. She looks ready. She just looks ready for some
Street Fighter.
Some not
street
fighting action. She needs like bed fighter. Like she's bed fighter Chun-Li. Undercover Cop Chun-Li, which was like probably the best one out of the skins, because it's just not like some kind of skimpy little outfit. It looks like it pertains to her job. She looks like more or less what you think she would look like in a movie, like a Street Fighter movie. So it isn't a bad one, a good one. Okay. A good Street Fighter movie of Chun-Li that she's like doing cop stuff, trying to figure out what Shadow Lu's up to.
So it doesn't look like a traffic Chun-Li.
No, she looks really cool. She looks like she actually has weapons and stuff.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Hold on, guys.
Intermission. I think the guy that keeps making this bikini for Chun-Li's, he probably really enjoyed the first one, and now he's like, no, we gotta get more of those, more. But it's not summer, it's winter. More.
You know what's crazy? It probably sold so well that.
Oh yeah, that too. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they like her, barely
naked.
Dressed. Do another one. We did another one though, boss. Another one. But I still gotta make this nostalgia Alex and Ibuki put Chun-Li in a bikini.
Wait, I'm sorry to stop you. How they released that?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, yo, they released that.
Yeah, they released that.
I was gonna die right now.
They released that in the summer for like 30th anniversary.
Okay. Good
it came out when Pimp and Bison came out.
Okay, good for them.
So for the Halloween skins, we got M. Bison as a devil. He looks like the devil from a movie called Legend, really old 80s movie with Tim Curry as the devil. It just looks legit, just like that, like updated version.
That's dope. He looks really cool.
He does look really cool. Like, again, tempted to pick up that character.
Does the color scheme changes his color of his skin?
It should.
That'd be pretty cool, man.
I see no reason why it shouldn't. Like, if somebody asked me and I didn't know, I would still say yes. So, yeah, sure, yeah, absolutely. Doesn't make any sense. Dalsum is a mummy / invisible man, because you see a bunch of wraps around his body, but you don't see his body. So, like, when he's shooting out his limbs at you, you see the wraps hitting you and all that stuff. Pretty cool detail.
That's pretty awesome.
I thought it was really interesting.
There's a character in Warcraft that is just like that. So I'm just saying, maybe they got some idea from that.
Well, maybe, they have to use Warcraft stuff because, it's a dying game.
No, because it's the most popular thing ever.
Are there any talks about a second Warcraft movie?
I haven't heard. It did pretty bad. It's in China. China did fantastic. It just did pretty bad in America. Because America's stupid, We don't like stuff.
But isn't it? But China, that stuff's really huge over there.
It is dominates the country.
Yeah. Birdie has a pig masked butcher skin.
Nice. So,
Rohog, yes, he's Rohog because he has a chain and he has a pig face now.
Nice.
Maybe next year he'll have like pig faced biker. I don't know. Something to just kind of get closer and closer to Rohog.
We need to give him what do you say, Rocksteady Bebop. He needs a Bebop.
Oh, he practically is Bebop. Oh, you're right. You're right. He practically is Bebop.
Capcom gets sued.
He's the
Ninja Turtle.
But yeah, it looks all right. Fangs is the best one in my opinion, like because I think almost like in a sense because we were starved from having a Fang costume.
Yeah, it's about time he gets a really good costume. Something that doesn't look stupid or something like that. I think it's really cool.
And there's a lot of detail.
Yes.
There's a lot of detail. He's a mad scientist. He's got all these syringes and stuff
in
like
his
that.
hands.
He looks like
he poisons you.
He looks like he could be chilling with Junkenstein
Yes.
and the Halloween event going on in Overwatch right now.
Everything goes full circle to Blizzard.
He's like the guy like helping him out in the lab. He's the one pumping out all the robots.
Yep. He's
in the horde mode that they got.
I think he looks super cool, man. He looks super cool.
People were half and half, 50-50, kind of iffy about this next one, which is Urian in a Gil costume. It's called
so disappointing.
It's called like it's basically it's sibling something. I don't know. The name of it is something like he's cosplaying his brother.
So bad.
But he wants to be stronger than his brother, so it's kind of like saying I want to be my brother in an outfit.
He would never be. So bad.
Well, the reason people are disappointed, it's not even like they think it's a bad idea. It's just it leads to them thinking that Gil's not going to be
of
part
course.
of the game.
No, because then what you're going to do? Gil versus a guy dressed as you?
That would be hilarious.
That would be...
But you think about it, but in the costume, they give him a lot of robes, different kinds of robes that Gil doesn't have.
Gil has that when he comes in Third Strike in the entrance. He has those robes.
But he has a thong on now, so it doesn't matter. Like,
at the end of the day, it's not about the thong.
Oh wait, but it's a premium skin, so maybe you could take those robes off by holding the buttons or whatever that you do, and then you can have straight up thong Gil. Either way, it's I think it was an easy idea to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if somebody said in a meeting, and somebody said, "Oh shit, that would be funny," fuck it, let's go through with it and do it. I think it sounds like an idea that would be really easy to pass.
Like the meme that has the people in trying to do a meeting and somebody's like, "What are we gonna do next?" And somebody comes says, "Oh, we should do Halloween costumes." Somebody go like, "Oh, blah blah. We should bring Gil back." And they kick him out.
And then they kick him out, but they still keep the idea.
Exactly. And they
give the Halloween costume to Urian. Exactly. So after the skins, there was also another part of the patch, which is they added music to the game. They added music available to purchase to the game that wasn't available before, like to have on your main menu on random select or to choose, like, because you could choose different BGMs for like stages and all that stuff, like depending on like, so you could completely randomize your experiments. Yeah.
Is it fight money or real money?
I'm gonna get into that right now.
Cool.
So it was added to the shop, and you get General Story BGM pack number 1. So it's a pack of different songs that were basically from story mode that weren't in the game like anywhere else. They were story mode specific remixes of music, but it's for like 90K fight money. It's almost the price of a character.
Wow.
For music, right?
For a team music.
Yeah, which is it's like
that you can only hear, not your opponent or something.
Yeah. Okay. With that, it's not the only pack. There's a General Story BGM pack 2. And it's for some reason a little bit more money than 90K. It's like 97.5K fight money.
Where's it coming, the music from?
From story.
From the same story.
Yeah. There's all this music from the story that just wasn't released before. I don't know why they didn't just. I guess it's to give people more options to buy stuff. No, I retract that. I know exactly why it is.
All right.
I know exactly why it is, and that I'm gonna bring it up right now.
Okay.
So the coolest part of this BGM thing, they brought back Street Fighter 2 tracks.
Whoa. Okay.
Straight from Street Fighter 2. It's like Guile's theme, Ken's theme, Ryu's theme, all the classic tracks, and that goes for only real money, $4.49 on PSN
to get
30-year-old music.
Is it 8-bit sound? Is it like a little bit modernized?
Just
no way.
Just like how it was.
No way. Okay.
So back to what I was saying. I think they put in the General Story BGM as a thing just so they can start putting in packs of music from before that people can sell.
To validate.
with real money.
Like, look, you can get these, and hey, by the way, you could buy these.
Yeah, you could buy these old things that we could just give to you because we fucked up.
Question. So they put in music from the story. Only story that you cannot find that music anywhere else. Did they added those stages too from the story? The stages specific
I don't know if the music comes from those stages, but those stages are still like nowhere to be found.
So they're not there yet.
Makes no sense that those stages are not.
Like completely.
Even if they're kind of bland compared to the other ones, there's still a different, more options. More the better, Capcom. More better. It's in the fucking game. Put it in there.
Yep.
And it's weird too, because once they start seeing like modders have those stages be available in their PC versions, why don't they go, oh yeah, that's in the story mode.
Where do we have that?
Why don't we give it to them for like a little less fight money than the regular stages?
Even if it's real money. Even if it's $3, whatever it is, just make it as an option.
Nah, I don't think I would sell it for money. Stages, they don't sell for money.
But it doesn't matter. At least have it as an option. Like those BGMs.
So yeah, I thought that was really weird because it's just like, it feels like such a cool idea to be kind of tainted with having to pay for it.
Yes. I think if they would have made it all fight money, that you could get classic from Alpha, from like let's say if you do get the Street Fighter team, you could get the Street Fighter team that you want from Alpha and from 2, from Turbo, because they have little remixes.
No, but I think that's what I'm speculating that's where they're gonna go to, like keep adding packs. And you know what bothers me about that is, if you remember this past year, Tekken's PS4 version has all of Tekken's music.
From all the Tekkens.
From all the previous Tekkens in the game that you could just play.
How much you have to pay for that, bro?
Free, sir.
So you're telling me that you got...
It comes with the game.
A chronicle of music.
Yeah, a whole chronology of music. And this one is just like, fucking like, possibly 8 to 12 tracks.
Like if they're prestige. Like,
man. It's like, hey, this is like everywhere on the internet. I can just kind of...
Literally.
I can just press a YouTube on my phone and play it as I play the game for free.
It's crazy. But let's see. Maybe they starve for money, but
I don't know. I get it. It's another way to get money, but it just doesn't sit right with me with how their history's been with that game.
Can we qualify this as a Capcom thing? They did it very Capcom. They added new stuff, but then they shit it on and they make it this. Oh, you can only pay money for this.
Well, I wouldn't say that harshly. It's just more like a. Like if you have a kid and they had a good idea, but they didn't execute it 100, but you're still like, all right, but it was good, kid. It's just,
stop fucking up.
Yeah, you kind of fucked up a little bit here, but you'll get it next time. And that kid just happens to be 37. And you gotta give him the same speech. So it's just kind of feels like that. So moving on, before this gets too long-winded, we're New York Comic Con. Capcom released information that we thought that most people would have thought would have came by all the way whenever Capcom Cup is in December, right? But they actually announced it at New York Comic Con this past weekend. So David, David, I know you have a picture of the pamphlet that was handed out at New York Comic Con for Street Fighter V.
That's right.
And we're gonna run down all that information for you.
All right. So starting off, the pamphlet starts telling you about if you do get the arcade edition that it was just recently announced, and you didn't own the previous version, it tells you what you get, right? So it tells you will get Street Fighter V, of course, with all Season 1 and Season 2 characters, content already. So I'm assuming it's only characters, not skins. Because it only says characters. Well, it says Season Pass content, so I don't know if that was mandatory.
Well, if it's Season Pass content, then at least they should be getting the battle skin and the story skin, like how Minot had those skins available, like certain parts of those skins that you don't pay for, like.
Actually, let me correct myself. It says which includes 12 playable characters and 12 premium costumes.
Okay. So one costume per character.
Correct.
So the story one technically is unlockable through Fight Money if you played through their mini story mode. So that costume must be the extra battle costume
which is the extra one that you get, right? Extra
like
one.
Like Nakali's ugly, weird, plated, like the Aztec one, like it's those, like the Fang one that he has his long hair that looks just like you.
But it's bold, but it's Oh no, the one that looks like he has no normal hair.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that one.
Yeah, it could be. It says Arcade Edition will also include the content listed below, which means if you get the game itself or if you're already on the game, you will get this content I'm gonna mention now as an update. So you have arcade mode. I can't believe I'm saying this.
So recently I found out that like the way they made it seem at first is like the game itself has all this stuff, but it's actually like you're basically buying a Street Fighter game and you have codes for all the extra content.
Mm-hmm. Which is all the season 1 and season 2 that they have. Yep. So we have arcade mode. It says choose from 6 different path teams after classic Street Fighter games. So let me at least elaborate. Try to think what I think it is. So it says different themes. I'm thinking this is something that is gonna be added more. I don't think it's gonna be all the themes are gonna be there. Like maybe they're gonna release classic team. You go to the first. You know how in Street Fighter 2 you fight. I think it's 8 people, and then you go to the semi mini boss, which is Sagat, and then the last one, which is Bison. And then when you finish Bison, you win, and you get that little ending or whatever.
Well, it actually has a picture of what it is. It's basically for right now. I don't know if they'll add more stuff when more characters come in. Like let's say next year we get like Honda and Blanca or whatever. They can add it to the Street Fighter 2 line of characters. But it's gonna be Street Fighter 1. You get to fight like 4 people, I believe.
Okay.
So people start listing down. Well, who's in the game now that's in Street Fighter 1? Ryu-Ken, Birdie, and they're hinting at Sagat. So most likely Sagat's gonna be, if he gets announced, the last guy of Street Fighter 1, since he was the last boss of Street Fighter 1.
He definitely would. Right? How are you gonna beat Street Fighter 1 without Sagat? Right?
Yeah, Street Fighter 2, there's 8 people. And then there's Street Fighter Alpha, there's 10 people you gotta fight. Street Fighter 3, there's 6 people you gotta fight. Street Fighter 4, there's like 8. And Street Fighter 5, there's like 11. So it has different amount of stages, I guess, if you call each character a stage per game.
Okay. I just hope that they're not just you fight them and without nothing, because some of those games later on, like in the Alpha series, had a little bit of extra content. Like you have the special final bosses, they were really difficult.
Oh, yeah, that's
like
what
the M Bison that was really strong. That would be cool to fight them. You don't have to go. They're not gonna put cutscenes again in between, but at least have that extra fight battle, which is pretty cool.
Or like just fucking put Akuma at the end every time.
That would be good. He kills him.
Here I go again.
Oh, hairy ass.
Satsu. Thanks for being so good. I gotta fight you now.
So now, and then they're gonna have gallery. Unlock hundreds of illustrations as you play through arcade mode. So I don't know if it's that every character that you beat, you get like a pack for that character. Let's say I finish arcade mode with Ryu. Now I'm gonna get let's say 6 pictures for Ryu different.
When it comes to arcade mode, they're mainly talking about like the story for that character, the story ending.
Okay.
So and you pretty much have multiple endings for each character that's available. And you think about all the games we just listed down, all of that adds up to a lot of different endings for a lot of different characters.
So you think it's only going to be based on that then, not on anything else?
I think for the most part it's going to be that. I think they had mentioned somewhere that there's going to be different types of unlockable illustrations. I just don't know through what modes and,
cool.
in which way.
We'll have to see. This one that is really interesting for me, Extra Battle. Complete time challenge to obtain exclusive costumes throughout 2018.
So what it is, it's basically every month you have 4 chances in that month. It's like a timed event.
Yeah.
You have 4 chances in that month to get, like, I guess, like whatever they need you to get. And by the end of the month, if you get all 4 things, you get a premium costume for free. And that premium costume isn't a part of the old ones that had originally come out. It's new stuff every month. So basically, you have 12 chances to get 12 different costumes per year.
And I think that's awesome because you cannot get them anywhere else. No fight money, no real money. You cannot buy. So if you see somebody with that, you're like, oh, he did the challenge. That's awesome. He's playing the game. Yep. He's doing the things that we put him there for, right?
And some of those enemies too, like they'll be. There's a lot of gold going on in this game. Some of those enemies are going to be on all gold, and those guys actually give you fight money. So like you are also earning fight money while you're trying to do.
That is super cool. That's super. That's very Tekken. You know how you do that Tekken chess
yeah,
thing? That's really awesome.
What is it called? Treasure Battles?
Treasure Battle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they have, we've been mentioning this forever, new V-triggers. We're going to have new V-triggers. It says each character will have 2 V-triggers, adding even more depth to the combat system. Very exciting. It's very Third Strike. You can choose your super art. In this case, you choose your V-trigger. Very excited to see which the leak that you mentioned a couple of podcasts before is true. So they do adding new V-triggers.
Well, the thing is, like, with V-triggers, like, I get it. It's cool that you could pick maybe, like, situational V-triggers for different matchups. But for me, it just doesn't feel like it's really giving me that much depth unless I could just fucking pick all of it. Like, give me all of it for a character for every round. Like, not having that option to have... Because I remember back when I used to try and play Hakan in Street Fighter 4. I used to always think it's cool to have... the super where he lays on his belly and, you know, he catches people jumping. That one's cool, but it's way more situational than having the command grab, command grab super. And I just wish that I could have both without having to do that, you know, like the dual ultra, like having mitigated like ultra damage just because I have that option. I wish that all around, like universally, that was a thing. Just so it would change up the meta completely. I don't know. It's just my own personal opinion. I would prefer it like that.
I was gonna disagree a little bit with you because when Third Strike came out or Street Fighter 3 came out, the biggest impact that game had was you don't have all your supers. You don't have your Shinku Tatsumaki or your Shin Shoryuken or your Shinku Hadouken. You can only pick one. So it makes it more specialized on what you have, right? And that started trending after that. And then it started people creating their own unique style based on that. Not unique playstyle just because I have all these options. So basically, it makes you more linear into that focus to that type that you pick. And then it would be exciting. Oh, this person picked this type of super. Why? Oh, okay, let me see what he's gonna bring to the table. Of course, I agree with you. Everybody, that's the comment that everybody say. Oh, why can I have 2 supers? Why can I have my old super? Back in the days, I could have done this, and this.
Yeah.
But because of that, it creates different meta because you don't have all these options. And now you have this option that you have to work your way to make the best out of it. And now having 2 different V-triggers and still keeping the same super you have, the same supers you have, I think it still helps. Because remember, V-triggers also has V-skills. So...
But the skills just comes with the character, though. That doesn't mean...
V-skills is part of the V-trigger. So remember, the V-skill is the one that gives you... the V trigger.
Oh, I thought you meant that the skill was going to be different too.
I think it is.
It didn't say skill. It would have said skill, dude.
Okay.
Because I think the skill is a different mechanic, but it still comes from the same meter. It's just, I think honestly, like if Capcom wanted to beef up what they're doing, they would have said skills and triggers.
But even without the V skill being different, having the V skill, what it is, and having a V trigger different, it helps. That's a lot of. Now you have 3 things there. And that's going to definitely increase the thing. I'm excited to see what they're going to bring. And I'm excited to see if they're going to make it smart enough and not be lazy about it. You know, maybe things that... Remember, Ryu's donkey kick. Maybe that's a V skill now. That when he does it... V trigger now. Then he can do this now when he has his lightning punches. He can do those kicks.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Things that they couldn't probably incorporate it because of time. Maybe they can incorporate it now. So let's see.
Yo, that'd be crazy if his kick is like a super armor kick that just blows through everything.
That would be awesome. And then you could do it multiple times until the bar depletes.
Or you can lead into a combo. I think it should lead into a... Ryu needs something, so he needs...
Yeah. He needs
he needs exciting stuff.
He needs a car, a gun. Give him a gun.
Even though I kind of like that. Like it really shows that in the masses, they don't know how mid-tier, low-tier Ryu is because no matter what, people are picking him online. Yeah. No matter what the person.
Yeah, people love that character.
Yes.
They love that character. They're gonna fucking pick him. And then new visuals. The user interface is being redesigned with new color schemes, revised menus, and exciting pre- and post-fights effects. That part is the one that really excites me. The previous one, because they already did that. They already redesigned everything. It still looks like shit.
And you saw the pictures, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay, everything's like yellow and gold.
It just looks...
Because I was more hoping stuff was more intuitive, like they got a weird thing where it's just like there's an option there on Like I could go straight to quick play or rank, right?
Yep.
I could go to it, click it. For some reason, have less options than I would if I just press square and choose to have a battle through. It's like the same thing. It's like all redundant. Like you basically have two ways of choosing to do the same thing, and it doesn't make any sense. It should just.
If it's not gonna make it easier or better, it just doesn't make sense more of it, because then you just clog and shit it. And like, I'm not no artist or anything, but yeah, the colors they pick is to make it look different from the blue. There's a lot of blue that was in Street Fighter 5, but it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look. Wow, this looks cool.
It looks alright. It looks like, oh, this is gold. It's supposed to be special, right? What's special about it? Everything's gold. It's gold. It's special.
It's like when they did that gold cartridge for Nintendo 64.
Yeah, but back on the other thing though, like I just thought of Tekken. How Tekken does it, like no matter what, they just cut the fat on a lot of stuff. Like remember I told you there's an extra option. Like if you go to custom battle, I mean not custom, casual or ranked, and you just pick it straight through that, you're just staring at a load screen until something happens. Who wants to do that? Why? Like Tekken just straight, like if you pick any of those for Tekken, you get put right into training mode until
that's awesome.
A match happens, because it makes sense. Why? Where else would you want to go? Like, why would you?
Yeah, and even if you don't want to play, you could just listen to music that is not the menu music that's gonna drill into your head until you. Yeah, that's really cool.
I don't know. It's just like stuff like that. I thought would be more taken into consideration when they updated the UI.
Yep. So, last but not least, the release date was there in the pamphlet. It says coming to PS4 and Windows PC on January 16, 2018 for $39.99. If you want to buy a standalone.
So, for everybody who has Street Fighter already, it's a free update.
Wait until January 16 and you get a free update. That is correct. With a lot of stuff, which I think is a beefy patch.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
It's going to be super.
Maybe I'll play it twice, see if my computer's fixed by then.
Yeah.
If not, then we'll see by then.
I told you, if I had bought it for you earlier in the year for PS4, then you could have just had a free download.
Yeah, no, not happening.
Yeah, another V trigger, bro. Yeah, honestly, like it doesn't feel like it's a lot of change.
But it's a change
to merit like a new release.
Okay.
Unless, because they did say they do keep mentioning that there's more stuff to announce for the game. What I'm looking more into is like things given to each individual character that'll kind of change them up during matches.
Yeah, you mean like updates, like how NetherRealm gives them new moves and stuff.
Yeah, like new moves. Of course, like the balance patch is going to be important, because balance is more important nowadays than ever, and when it comes to fighting games, so.
Well, specifically because it's also a esports heavy game.
Yes.
So they have to take in consideration that they cannot completely rehaul the game because of that thing. So they can change between their core only.
Yeah.
But let's see. Let's see what they're gonna do. I'm excited to see what they're gonna bring. Am I gonna play it? I cannot tell you for sure that I'm gonna be playing.
It's gonna take 2-3 months of people excited about Jury for you to play the game.
Outside. Yes. She got a costume. She didn't get a costume
for
Halloween, right?
All Street Fighter needs for people to be fake mad at it, because they play it anyway.
Yeah,
there's 30,000 people watching.
All the time.
There's people playing it all the time, but there's like even more people mad at it because it's like the top game. And
lobby's full all the time.
It's probably a bunch of Guilty Gear people just mad.
And Dragon Ball, soon to be Dragon Ball fighters.
Soon to be Dragon Ball people mad that one's the top game, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say now because of what I was saying.
Oh my god!
So I said something about Jury.
Yeah. Why would I play it? Like, what would you get me to play it?
Yeah,
It's gonna take a couple of months for people to be mad in the beginning. People are gonna still play it. This game is not. Nobody's gonna stop playing it.
No.
They're not. They're not gonna stop playing it. They're not.
It's just getting better. It's just I honestly enjoy the gameplay. Oh, that's what I was getting to. The only thing that it really needs to change is they gotta think about, like, I guess certain types of mechanics and playstyles and all that is exciting for the spectators, right? It's just that they haven't listened to their actual fighting audience, right? The people that play Street Fighter all these years are more about it being about cat and mouse kind of chess game thing. And we've got all these the stronger characters in the game having like dumb shit, like 100%. They have like dumb stuff. Like if the characters that have dumb stuff are just a little bit more balanced when it comes to risk reward and all that stuff, then it'll be fine. Less people will be like, yeah, well, he has to waste all this and all that to do that. So, and he got lucky because the other character still had to guess, blah blah blah.
And that happened in Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 4. To be honest, online and everywhere else, you can have people that they think they're using these characters and they're doing all this unsafe stuff, and they get punished so hard.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter how many times they do it, they're not gonna beat you. Well, they can beat you eventually, but it's not gonna be consistent. That's not the case in Street Fighter 5, as we mentioned before.
Yeah, it's like they're adding too much Marvel into Street Fighter 5 when it comes to like too much Marvel 3. Just like,
but you can add that, but still being high reward.
No, I'm talking about the stuff that gets people mad. Not combos
not
or anything
cool
like
stuff.
that. Not cool stuff. I'm talking about
cool stuff.
I'm talking about like just things that at the end of the match you just put a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, of course. Even if you win, you're upset.
Yeah.
This piece of shit. Look how I had to win because he kept doing this thing. Yeah, so bad. And that in other games, people do the same thing. You're like, okay, keep doing it. I'm gonna destroy you. And this game's not the same.
No, and it's just like and I think it's more so because every character doesn't have that. Like, for instance, I play Nash, right? And I'm like, I'm more my character is more neutral based. Oh my god, shoot fireballs, get out of my space. I got long limbs, get out of my space. I hit him a couple times, got little combos, blah blah blah. And then Laura does whatever she fucking wants. 1 or 2 times, I guess, wrong, or Balrog 1 or 2 times, Ibuki 1 or 2 times, I guess, and he just, I guess, wrong. Like, there's just so much of that going on that it just doesn't feel like I need. Like, why can't Nash have that stuff?
Maybe a Sonic Boom should give you like 75% of your health.
Why can't I just teleport all
the time?
all game?
If you're gonna hit me from all the way from full screen and be safe, then why not?
Imagine Nash's V trigger being just like he could teleport whenever, but it has like a gauge, like let's say like Bison or
That's my anime, bro.
Yeah, too anime.
Blaze Blue has that. You overdrive.
Or he could box dash now.
That'll be good. Oh man. But yeah, so Street Fighter 5, great announcement. I think it's a great announcement.
I think it's gonna be good.
It's not the announcement that everybody was expecting or how it was expecting, but it's something. It's the title is what people wanted. Yeah. Re-release the game. Done.
Still no word on Zeku, by the way. The last character for
It's not done. He's with Sigma.
So.
Oh no, Sigma's done.
Yeah, no, Sigma's done now.
Sigma's done. So anyway, so let's go with the. And you got anything else for Street Fighter?
No.
So I'm gonna go with this quick review. Puzzle Fighters.
Okay, cool.
It's gonna be a quick review. So in their Instagram has a Puzzle Fighter website or whatever page that is by the official people from Capcom and the producers making this game. So I managed to follow through, and they say, hey, we're releasing the game early access in these specific countries. It was like Canada and some other weird places. Not that Canada is weird, but so I was like, man, I need to get this game. So
I mean, if you don't want to offend anybody, like technically you haven't gone there, so you don't know if it's weird or not. It could just be straight up weird.
It could be.
In a good way. Weird isn't bad.
Good save.
I'm weird.
Good save.
You're weird.
I am 100%.
We're not bad, right, guys? They're not saying anything.
I think we are. So I managed to travel to Canada. So I managed to get my hands on the game, and I downloaded the game. So I'm here with a review for it, right? Those that you don't know, we mentioned Puzzle Fighter a little bit about it. Originally released was on May 31st of 1996. So that's a long time ago. That was on the PlayStation 1. And that was a different entry for the Capcom game in that era. It's a puzzle game. They didn't have something like that, which is pretty cool. This game now is an anniversary. I think it's the 30 years anniversary for Capcom. Well, it's for Street Fighter, right?
30.
For Street Fighter. So they normally release these things when it's those 10 years. So they released this one now, and it looks completely different than what I used to seeing before, which was 2D sprites and everything else. They went with a 3D model sprites. So let me talk to you about presentation, right? Okay. So in the presentation for the character models, they're all full 3D. They're still chibi. They still look tiny characters, but they look very plasticky. They look like they are like bodega toys. If you don't know if you don't have a bodega nearby you, listeners, they look very low budget.
Yeah.
Like doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look great.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look great at all. So yeah, the animation is smooth though. The animation is very smooth. So it looks good when they do their moves and special moves, and when they talk, it looks okay. But it's just the model itself looks very dull, very plastically, very bad, in my opinion.
So I would like just like better lighting help it, or
I think it's the texture of the character. It just looks. Some of them look too round, but not in a cute way.
Yeah.
Like they don't look chibi. Like chibi normally is cute and looks nice. They just look like grown mans, but deformed.
Like, oh, like that guy from Different Strokes that like he can't not be a kid, but he's he still ages.
Yes, I guess.
Gary
Coleman.
something. Coleman, yeah.
Gary Coleman.
Is he alive?
I hope so.
I think he died.
Okay, sorry for that. My condolences. But they just looked weird, and I was like, maybe it's me trying to get used to it. I played it for a couple of weeks, almost 3 weeks now straight, and I know I still go like, I guess this is what we get.
Is it something that made you feel like you wanted to keep going back to, or were you forcing yourself to try and find?
I enjoy the gameplay, so that's what I'm gonna go for.
Okay.
But that's what I enjoyed. So the gameplay, right? So the gameplay is still rooted on a score, right? So you have to match different gems to do 4 gems, stack them, and then you break them up, right?
Different colors, right?
Different color gems. So you got red, blue, green, and yellow. If you stack them all accordingly to their color, you make a bigger gem. You destroy them. That's how you normally win the game. So basically, this time around, it's a little bit different because characters now have health bars. Before, you will break enough blocks that you will hit the opponents with more blocks, whatever you break. So if you break 5 blocks, you send 5 blocks to the opponent.
Are the characters a little bit more involved? Because the original one, it was just that the characters were just there, and just based off of how well you were playing, and sending stuff to the other character, that's when the characters would just do animations.
Yep. Still similar to that, but with a twist. Everything now is like the same, but with a twist.
Okay.
So now that they have help, before it was just the point of the game, you break enough blocks that you send enough blocks to the opponent until he can stack no more and he loses. He goes to the top and he lost. Game over. That's the only way to lose, right? This time around, you have health bars. So every time you break those blocks, you do a specific damage. Disregarding how many blocks you send them, you have a specific damage. The more blocks you break, the more damage. Which is a little bit of twist in there because...
So, to cut you off real quick. Before, so like, almost like Tetris, guys. It's like before... You're when you break stuff, you're sending blocks to your opponent.
Yep.
So if let's say you get a huge combo and you break stuff, and your opponent gets a whole bunch of that stuff on their side of the screen. So before, the way you would lose or win is if you fill up the screen to the top, almost like Tetris.
Yeah.
So now, is there still that, or is there?
There's still that. A little bit more difficult to get to that, because of how they give you the resources, but yeah, it's based more on the health bar and the hit damage that you do. Okay. So every character, you will do those damage with special moves that you do with your characters when you break those blocks. The bigger the blocks, like I mentioned, then it will allow you to do not just attacks, you'll do character specific moves.
The moves, is it meter based on things you do, or do you like input shoryukens and down motions?
Down would be fantastic. No, so those moves you have to previously select it before the battle starts, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more. So anyway, so you have health bars. Then the more damage you do, if you do enough damage, then you beat the character. The thing is, while you're doing this damage and you're breaking gems, you have like an ultra meter on the bottom right. Ultra meter that will fill up the more you break, right? The thing is, when you do that ultra meter and you're ready to use it, you can use it at any time it is active. Like you could break something, activate it immediately, and you could do like a 2-in-1.
Yeah.
It doesn't send blocks to the opponent, but it does a huge damage. So,
to the health bar.
Yes. So that's when I was a little bit weirded out, because I could be winning and have my health bar almost dead, but I could be winning because I'm coming back, doing a comeback, and he just pressed that button, he does this damage, and I'm dead. Disregarding of my comeback, I strategically did a comeback and everything. Yeah. He can poop.
So it's almost like an X Factor kind of thing?
It's a super ultra meter from Street Fighter. Man. So each character has different ones, of course.
It feels weird, like you saying that, and it's like, but it was cool, like having it be. It felt more strategic having it be just about the blocks.
Yes. So it does have a strategic depth into it, because in that gameplay, when you do that to your opponent, they get stunned. it means that whatever you break during that time, you're not gonna send me those things.
Ah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So either you could save it when you're almost losing, or you can use it right away to get another one. But then again, I was like, but it defeats the purpose because it does damage. So if I'm gonna kill you, it doesn't matter what you send me because you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And then that's it. The game is over. So I was conflicted with. I actually wrote the producer of the game. I wrote some ideas about it, like my insight about it. So hopefully it'll take.
Hi, I'm Herb Hammerstein from Canada, and I'm here just to talk about Puzzle Fighter and what I thought about your blah blah blah. Blah. Did you?
No, I didn't.
You were actually David, Spanish guy.
Yes.
Okay.
I was me. But let me tell you some more about the gameplay, right? So you have those features, you have the health bar, you have to break those gems, you have the ultra meter. The more you break those gems, it stacks up, and then you can use it. So that is the core gameplay of the game, right? There's nothing else. So either you win by health damage, or you win by stacking up, or you do that button that you press and you do enough damage to kill them.
Gotcha.
Yep. So the game starts you off with a playable tutorial. You press the game start, you put your name, and it gives you a tutorial. They give you a character which is Ryu right away. They give you a character as Ryu. And the tutorial...
Who would have thought?
Right? And they give you Ryu, and then the tutorial basically is how to move the pieces, how to stack them, why you should stack them, because it does the damage. And you're fighting this chibi Dan, this like a training dummy with a Dan face.
The one from Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, but it's not Dan itself. It's actually a dummy with his face in it. So when you fighting him, and then you do a couple of matches, I think it's 4 matches, just to learn how to do stuff. They're quite lengthy too. They're not quite fast.
Do the characters have different patterns too, like in the old game?
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna get to that, right? So after the tutorial, they teach you how to do everything. You only have 1 character, but this game you can have up to 3 characters in place. Once you finish the tutorial, they give you a second character, which will be Chun-Li. And then once you finish the 3rd tutorial, they give you a 3rd character, which is Frank West. And then from there, they throw you to do your gameplays. Okay. Which the gameplays are, you do online mode or mission mode. Online mode, of course, is a rank system, just like Street Fighter 5. It starts with bronze to ultra bronze, super bronze, silver, super, and now they have all the way to legend. Legend is like the maximum one.
Because it goes legend is past master, right? I think I saw a picture of that.
I don't know in Street Fighter if they have legend, but in here they have legend.
No. I don't know if Street Fighter went that far, but I think I'm talking about the game itself. Like I saw a picture of it.
It says super diamond. It says something extra diamond, and then it goes.
It goes to master, then legend. Yep. I believe it's something like
that. So after that, after you get your 3 characters, you could do those modes, right? And then mission mode is basically randomly selected features that you could play different characters. And you have to either beat them once or twice or 3 times. Every character has a level. I guess it's the difficulty of how hard they hit you.
And this is all AI, right?
Or AI. Okay. But after you finish each of them, which is 3, they have a time of 5 hours until they redo the mission, so then you can access the next mission.
The missions are for what, like?
Correct. So when you finish the mission, they give you a reward. They give you a chest that gives you 3 rewards. It either can be currency for the game, for you to purchase more stuff, which I'm going to tell you about the shop real quick. They also give you moves for your characters. Or they can give you color palettes for your characters or different characters.
Is it random?
Random generated.
Okay, so it's random.
It's random generated, but in the beginning it starts with good or average rewards. The more missions you do, you build this bar of missions, which is days basically. You have to, and then you go to different tiers, then you get better chests and better chests and better chests.
Gotcha.
But it becomes difficult, more difficult. So technically, after you finish those missions, the only thing you can actually do is play online mode, which is rank. You can only play rank, and
it's real time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's rank real time.
What happens if you lose connection? Did the other person
immediately wins?
Yeah. Or do you hear the?
They immediately win. No, the thing cry. I wish they did that. The person wins immediately, and you get the reward like you did everything else. And that's how you get the currency. So each character that you have 5 different color palettes. You can only unlock them with treasure chests. You cannot go and get your currency and buy those colors.
Gotcha.
And then each character has a special skin. Most of them are from the Street Fighter 5 stages, like Sexy B or Ryu or Alpha Ken and all that stuff. And each character has 2 moves only that you can put.
Did you get to play with Blanca?
No.
Okay.
He's not in the game yet.
In the version, okay.
Each character has 2 moves that you can select, and remember you can unlock more moves with those treasure chests. Now you can level up those moves also if you keep collecting the same moves. And so you got Hadouken. Then the way to do Hadouken, you have to stack 4 gems of the same color, blue. If you stack them up and you break them, then he's gonna do a Hadouken instead of a regular punch, which he does more damage.
Oh, I thought you meant like the moves individually, like almost like RPG elements where like your character's special moves keep building up to do more damage.
No,
you know?
so yes, so if you get more of those moves in your treasure chest, they stacked up until they get, let's say you need 10 cards of Hadouken, which is the special moves, to be able to be level 2.
Oh, so it is like
Yeah,
okay.
But you need your currency. That gold that you get is how you level them up.
And you could buy gold with real money.
You can buy gold with real money, and there's one. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
There's one that costs $169.
Wait, what? Like, wait, what? For what?
Currency.
No, but for what?
Why you so shook? Why you so shook?
You could wait. I don't understand.
So you could pay $169 to get all this millions of currency for you to buy all this stuff that you want, colors, characters, whatever you want.
Yo, this is some like rustic
Marvel.
What's
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts that he spends too much money on.
Yeah.
What's up, rustic? Hi.
Yep. Which is
putting his business out there.
It was insane, but listen, there's people that buy this thing, so it doesn't hurt them for them to put them there. There's people that buy them this. So anyway, so every character have all these things. They have a selective, I think it's 10 playable characters for now. The thing is with your special moves is you can only get the better special moves from the shop, from the store, and you get those special moves from the shop with your currency that you get from the game.
And that's random too.
But that's random. They change it. Like this week will be this, next week will be different special moves. So then either you gotta wait until you randomly get them, or you can purchase or purchase real money, and then when it gets there, you just buy it. Which is a little bit but I get it. It's a mobile game, you know.
Yeah,
mobile games are meant to be like that.
A smart way of getting people to potentially get frustrated enough to use money, like real money.
And then each character that you make, disregarding if you make each character that you have a different affinity. So like Ryu will be blue, Chun-Li will be yellow, let's say like that. Frank West will be green. What does that mean? It means if you stack your team with 3 blues, you do more damage when you break blues.
Gotcha.
You do more green, whatever you do. And before, remember in the previous game when you mentioned if you do break certain gems, your character do a move. Like, hey, the Hadouken, whatever. But you have teammates. So your teammate comes when you break their designated color gems. So if I'm blue with Ryu, but Frank West is yellow, if I break the yellow, the Frank West is going to come and assist me and do a damage and then move.
Okay.
But he's going to do the damage that he level up for. So if he's crappy level, then he's going to do crappy damage. So that's why it's strategic, but I don't see much strategy. I just see put the person that is the highest level and just break his gems.
Yeah, it sounds more like they set it up so it's a little bit too much mobile stuff. Like the mobile aspect of trying to get money, trying to get people to keep grinding out the game, and a little less of the classic, like just play the game, outsmart your opponent with like speed and decision making.
For me, it feels a little bit pay to win.
Yeah.
Because if you can get those skills by keep buying loot boxes and keep getting those skills and leveling it up, then you could be trash, but your character can hit me twice and I'm gonna be almost dead.
That sounds so terrible.
Yeah.
That sounds like I'm playing against Balrog.
Yeah. So I did mention to the developer, hey, I would love to see. I like what you guys doing. I would love to see more of a classic mode that you can win by strategically placing gems that will stack up to the opponent until they lose. Mm-hmm. That's it. You know, not to be toxic about it, but I would just like to see that mode. You know, and then people can choose to play.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be great. It's just a classic mode. Done. With multiple characters and anything else like that. So far, I'm still liking it because it's supposed to fighter. I played it in my break at work. I just go play it for a couple of matches, body somebody, feel cool about it. And then, you know, that's it for now. They're going to keep updating this character. They're going to put Jill. Jill was in Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. Oh, I don't have Jill here yet. And the American release is still soon to be set. So it's early 2018. Yeah. So
it's going to drop the day Dragon Ball Fighters comes out. Watch out, Dragon Ball Fighters.
That's it. I will give right now a review for this. I will give it a 5 out of 10 because the more nostalgic reason than actually gameplay of it. I like what they're doing, that you can do your 3-man team. I just don't like how that is damaged. Sometimes I find myself destroying this opponent. This opponent does higher level than me. He doesn't move, and then I'm dead. I'm like, wow, okay, that sucks.
Yeah.
But let's see. I'm definitely gonna keep playing more to see and bring you guys more information about it. Cause mobile is the future.
You know what it feels like? If it sounds like if this were like a game that got released like in a console, they would adjust it to at least have one mode that'd be like if it was ranked, it'd be like everybody's level is par with the other person.
And I was just gonna say this. Injustice has this.
Yeah.
You could have all your gear and play a mode that you are super juiced up. You have like 3 health bars.
And you're not talking about the mobile game, are you?
No. The Injustice, the game for Injustice 2 for the console.
Yeah.
You have gear and you could power yourself up and play a mode like that. Or you could play tournament mode where you just aesthetic look good. You just play the same.
But you can't compare because that's a console. Like I get the idea that it's like, hey, somebody else is doing it, but it's not the way this game makes money.
It's for money.
It's for
money.
People.
Yeah, of course. No, I see it. And I just are very a disbeliever of pay to win games.
I've never been a fan of games that make you feel like they're like blatantly trying to it's blatant. Like it's really easy to see that they're trying to trick you to spend more time on it. That's honestly like how I felt about Final Fantasy 11. By the time I got pretty high level in Final Fantasy 11, I was like, that's just too much. I can't remember right now. It was so long ago, right? But I can't remember now. But there's so much about that game that made me feel like, yo, these guys,
they know what they're doing.
They just want me to spend all this time on you.
Yeah.
Like what? For the rewards, like for these little rewards.
Pats on my
like,
back.
Yeah.
But let's see. It's still a mobile game once again. I hope it's successful. So then they can get enough money and make something better. As fucked up as it sounds.
You know, it's funny. Like I saw a picture of like the display for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in Comic-Con, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck is this gigantic ass Ultron on a throne thing doing here? Capcom, hello, money, hello. Where's the budget man?
Yep.
Where's the go fix a game? Go fix this game. Put this shit back. Return it.
I don't want it.
Return this shit. Like, put this shit back.
Big ass drone too.
People taking pictures on that shit.
Yep.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? How much money is this? Hello?
That's right.
Hello? Who's the, what's the name of the accountant to this?
But that's Puzzle Fighter for me so far. So I'll show you later on so you can see it.
Okay, cool. You probably will not show me this.
That's fine.
I'm gonna put you on blast right now because we're probably just gonna play Marvel.
Yes. Yes. We're gonna play Marvel.
So yeah, that's our episode, guys. We're cutting it off now because we don't know how long the Marvel stuff we have lined up is gonna take.
Yeah.
It could easily run up to our usual like average of 2 hour podcast, and we're already an hour into this one. Or it could be a 2 hour block on its own. So we don't know. We're gonna cut it short just in case. That's right. Case because there's a lot of stuff going on with the community, with the game, with like
our excitement,
good stuff, bad stuff, all that stuff. You know, all stuff, just stuff.
Monster Hunter.
Nobody cares about Monster Hunter. Just agree with me with that, guys.
No, please.
But
yeah, just make sure to. Oh, sorry.
Oh, look, we had that.
We have an alarm.
That was on purpose. That was a timer. We gotta cut it short. Totally not an accident, guys.
Please make sure to follow us our social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and soon to be Twitch.
Hopefully
soon to be Twitch. I think soon to be Twitch.
We keep. I think it. You know, honestly, like as soon as Marvel came out, we've had such a hard time. Haley, go. Sorry, little kids don't get the hold on, we're doing something hand wave gesture just yet.
They were saying hi to you back.
Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up? No, leave.
Yeah, Marvel definitely made us forget about a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, a lot of hours in there. I'm still like, where was the last thing we did? We went to the match. We actually went to the match.
We're gonna talk about that in.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that?
Yeah, bro.
But what?
It's just a tournament.
We just went again.
It's a tournament.
I got body, guys. Spoilers. hard body. I gotta start actually playing the game.
But like David does. Stay tuned, guys. Please let us know what you think about this news about Street Fighter, or if you went to Comic-Con or saw anything about what we saw. Let us know. And until next time, take care.
Double